Ok, vamos a abrir esto acá. Dime a ver, Jorge. Tiene un lobby ahí, hazte un lobby, hazte un lobby. Hazte un lobby. Yo no sé cómo hacer. Aquí yo creo que no se puede hacer lobby en este juego. No creo que se pueda hacer lobby. Déjame ver. World Tour. Fighting Ground. Déjame ver aquí qué es lo que pasa. En this mode no se puede hacer. Déjame ver este. This mode cannot be accessed. Ok, eso no se puede hacer. El único es el del medio. Y aquí, select the server. Tú puedes view contact tournament. Mira, es de que torneo, déjame ver. Norteamérica, ya, déjame ver de Norteamérica. Mira, ¿y por cómo ellos lo hacen público? Hay 3 torneos. Pero ¿cuándo es? El 16, mañana eso. No sé hoy. ¿Cómo yo entro aquí en el drive? ¿Qué sé yo qué? No sé cómo se entran a estos torneos o a qué hora será. Ok, déjame ver qué más veo por acá. Ah, me salí. ¿Quién? Quiero un código. Ah, pero ayer yo lo estaba rifando. Tú fallaste. Era ayer que tenía que venir. Era ayer que tenía que venir cuando el chulo rifó un código. Y también 2 códigos. Uno era peleando y el otro era así. Jorge, dale para acá. Dime dónde tú estás para que. Y este tigre. Mira, y ese flaco. Una flaca. Y esa flaca con ese fullín. Mira qué flaca. Mira ese tigre, hasta tatuaje se te dejan hacer. Y esta aquí. Ya, yo nunca aprendí. Déjame ver cómo que se hace eso. A mí me olvidó cómo que se hace. Está yo, porque esa vaina. A mí me olvidó con qué botón que se hace eso. ¿Con qué botón que se hace esa porquería? Yo no. Slime. Fast travel. No, eso para tirar el chat. Déjame meterme aquí en un bar. ¿Qué es esto que aquí? Today MVP. No, pues 5 ganas esa. View profile, esa podría. Diablo, esa negra que está ahí arriba. Chris, what's going on, Chris? Y yo no quiero jugar este jueguito, caco, mira. Si tú quieres jugar Magic Sword, Free Play o Ranking, nada. Magic Sword. Eso es lo que tienen ahora, la maquinita. ¿Y aquella? ¿Cuál es aquella? Esta que está aquí atrás, ¿de qué? Magic Sword, toditas son de Magic Sword. Yo no quiero, I don't want to play Magic Sword. Aquí que tú compras, déjame comprar unos zapatos. ¿Dónde está la que está? No hay trabajadores, me voy a robar unos tenis de eso. Robo unos tenis de esos fácil, si me dejan solo. Me dejan solo y le llevo esos tenis. Y este pelo colorado. Vamos a jugar, me voy a meter a mirar aquí, este está vendiendo. ¿Qué es lo que está vendiendo aquí? Let's take a look at some of the short loot. Ah, eso para los torneos, para inscribirse. Ahí no se inscribe entonces en este torneo, ok. Ah, no me puedo meter acá. ¿Qué lobby está? En el de Norteamérica 054. Mira, Brian te lo dice a mano derecha. Norteamérica 054. Ese es el lobby que estoy. Norteamérica 054. Me avisa. Go to solo training, ok, esto es lo que yo quiero, porque a mí se me ha olvidado la movida, yo me quiero meter a solo training. Déjame que yo veo los comandos. ¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde es? El comando que estoy buscando. Okay.
Time to train. Not good enough. Time to train. Too slow. Not good enough. Take this. Stop me. I'm one of a kind. Come back here.
¿Cómo es? Wow, qué número es. Míralo ahí en la 54. Ah, que ya no lo está enseñando. 054. Norteamérica 054. ¿Qué pasó? No me están trabajando los botones. Va a entrar alguien a la sala. A ver qué eso pasa. Cuando va a entrar alguien a la sala se frisa. ¡Alex! No veo algo.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go.
¿Por
Who's
qué
going
se
to
ve
come
así
out on top
largo?
of this fight?
¿Me encontraste? La 054.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Low heavy. Trips him up. The low heavy hit. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Long low attack hits. Can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack.
Ya la encontraste, ok. Ah, pues yo estoy en una maquinita que está en el frente. Casi en el frente está la maquinita, espérate. Estoy con una chonlilla ahí maracatona.
It looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Peppers them with the lightning kick. Slips the grab. Reads the throw and shuts it down. Medium kick. The throw missed. Player 1 is working with that, not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Traces them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage.
No!
Medium kick hit. The low. What'll happen here? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Low heavy. Are we going? Oh, the throw connects. Amazing. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? The low kick hit. This can lead to some big damage. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
¿Se salió? Yo duré mucho para darle, creo. Ok. Mira dónde yo estoy. ¿Cómo yo me paro? Ah, entró otro. ¿Fuiste tú que entraste? ¿Tú estabas esperando ahí? No sé, entró de una vez alguien. No me pude parar. ¡Ay, sí, mira, vaya Omega! ¡Omega! ¡El maco de Omega! Entró el maco de Omega aquí. A darme... Nos vamos a jalar los moños, tú y yo aquí.
Alright, first round. What's going to happen? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Jumps in, finds the mark. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? The low kick connects. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Takes a trip. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Bops them with a target combo. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Knockdown and... They need
buena. Diablo, como me dejé ganar esa. Qué macos
with
son.
the first strike, but they can't get to place it. Immediate jumping. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Long low attack hit. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Max SA gauges. Up there, overdrive shorty. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Time for a drink. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Uses the target combo as a filler. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Grounds them from above. Life lead is there. Uses the gauge for super arts. No! Clear up the line now? This is our destiny. Tagetsuga Saiho hits. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retake. Take that guard away. He's back.
¡Oh! Le dio el botón que no era buena.
Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Buena. Le dio el botón que no era.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Knockdown. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juke.
Perfect. Ajá, pero Omega está necio.
Player 2 sets the tone. With that hit. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
They piled up the knowledge.
Estoy esperando,
Now,
vamos a
how are they
esperar
going to
también.
use it? Long low attack hit. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. From low heavy to... Risky brushes that off and keeps going. Pokes with the medium kick. Both fighters planning something? This is gonna be bad news. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still off. Drops hard. Sets up with the jump in. The throw is denied. Tries to act quickly but with the attack. But not closing.
Ya ven, pero yo estoy haciendo ese disparate,
Last
papá.
round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Comes while they're blinking. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. They're going for the super hard?
Come on.
The Getsuga Saiho hit. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. Can they keep on him? It'll be interesting if this is gonna hurt. What are they gonna do? Expect to see some fancy stuff as we're near the end of the round. All in with a rush. Nail carry. Shoots their shot. Both hit them with confidence. Lynching. Turns out. Player 2. It connects with the throw. Throw down. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Carries them all the way to the corner.
No corra, no. No corra, ¿qué? ¿Por cuál miedo? No, miedo. No corra, papá.
Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Buena mano, buena.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. The throw is tech. Hits them in the gut. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn this around in their favor. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? The comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they take the round
linda.
without getting touched? Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Player 2 chases them down. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Going in. Good instinct to spend resources while they have them to tack on more damage. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style. A quick breather. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Fades out the low kick. Ooh, what a smart throw. Knockdown and... Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? They're facing... Oh, yo!
Oh, no. ¿Cómo me cogió ahí?
Oh, looking for the definitive
Linda.
round with a level 3 super.
Linda, esa distancia. Yo pensé que yo le iba a brincar por atrás.
Player 2
Buena,
brings
buena.
it
Está
home.
necio, está
Let's
necio.
see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter-offensive.
Ah,
Starts with a jump in. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Knockdown. Absorbs the attack and fires back. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Blocks the low heavy. Blocks the low heavy. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. Gets the knockdown, and now both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play.
ah, buena,
The
buena.
overhead. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the good stuff first with the dragon. Solid blocking. What on blocking. From low heavy to still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Both fighters planning something? Use a good spot to use the super. Connects with medium kick. barely blocks the... Oh, in with a shot! Oh, here we go. There's a drive impact. Dashes out the cage right there.
This is our destiny.
Wait, what? Are they actually dead?
Let's go.
Closes it out.
No lo voy a matar.
Of course I'd win.
Fight round. Fight.
Up while they're blinking. Reads the jump in perfectly.
Ah,
With the
tiré esa.
jump in. Still playing reversal. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Oh, the throw connects. Flushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. There's a burnout. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Burns the bar for breaking. Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire's still... That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. The low's blocked. They push their way out, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Anti-air in the clutch. Getting up close and personal. Player 2, they're recovered. Excellent block. Crowns them from above. Ugh, take a seat. Who's gonna take it? This time to bust this out.
Vaya ahí. Váyase de ahí.
Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game.
Martín
No
dice,
way we could have called that.
si gano una, me da un código. Si tuviera más código, ya. Eso fue anoche.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Zones with the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games. Trips them up. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Neither of them willing to back off. Grabs them. All right, what's coming up next? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
¡Oh, buena!
Rips out a raw super. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drop. Good heads up play
Damn.
points that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. With breather, they're going for the super art. That's not gonna hit. It's a good spot to
Ahí
use
sí
the
está buena.
super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
What's wrong? Get up.
Got brushes that off and keeps going. Anti-air drops him. Breaks it. Uses their
Buena.
drive to max.
¡Ah, no hice! ¡Bastante buena!
Player 2
Buenísima,
no time to
papá.
finish that fight.
Que yo estoy jugando sin coger ni cogí práctica con este tipo. Yo me imagino que Omega ha cogido una práctica del diablo el día entero hoy.
This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin.
Mira, mira.
Starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage.
Mira eso.
Neither of them willing to back off. Great work finding the opening. Picks up the win with a projectile. Good read. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Who will gain control of the match in the early going. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Doesn't miss a beat. What a reaction to go air to air. Breaks the block with a throw. Goes for and eats it. There's the wall smash. They can't do anything now. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. A lot of pressure, wraps it up with a throw. They're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Open with a jump in. Bumps up. Ooh, what a smart play. That throw will do some good damage. But this is gonna hurt. What now? Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 and whip. They're wide open.
Buena.
Uh-oh.
Level
This
3.
will really tip the scale.
Espérate, que todavía yo no estoy muerto. Ahora que se va a poner buena la cosa.
Are we gonna see hit the drive?
Ah, bien, un solo puñito. Buena.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Low heavy hit. Trips him up. At this range, many attacks
No,
can actually
pero-
stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Gets the jump in. The KO.
Mira, me dio. Qué
Player
disparate.
2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Breaks those shins. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Genius read. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Their spacing is so on point, brushes that off and keeps going. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. And the low kick hits. In attack range. Gotta do better than that. Hopes with the meat finishes it with the anti-air. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Immediate jump in. Crowns him from above. Oh my god, what a protest! Anti-air in the clutch. Oh, putting the chip.
Nice.
Do it to him. Show the people what they came to see, Ryu.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2, big time whip. Here comes the corner pressure. Nails it. Clutch, anti-air.
Nice, nice. Le quedaba un brillo.
Gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Checks him with the projectile. Did well to get the bump in there. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Low heavy, picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. The throw hits, now the fun begins. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Takes a trip. Gets the knockdown, and now, very solid corner trip. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Alright, what's coming up next? No more drive gauge. Grabs him, heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 on the board first with a win. He'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. This fight is just underway. What tech goes for the super? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
Yeah.
Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Can they keep on him? This may be it. Steals back a chance. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now tries to open with a Shoryuken. Good decision with that throw. Okay, here this is gonna hurt. Player 2
Oh, come on.
paid off.
Demasiado delay.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. They are letting it fly from the get-go. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireman. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Which fighter will control the blocks the low kick? What are they gonna solid anti-air? Shin show defeat. This could be make or break. Players draw super hard incoming, breaking on them and lay down some damage without giving up ground. Blade finds the target. Noticeable of the throw. It's denied. Player 1 needs to use their throws. Both sides get tries to act quickly.
Oh, no, 2 veces la misma patada.
Player 2 really had to
Buena,
fight for
buena,
that
buena.
one. No shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Barely blocks. Ooh, what a smart throw. Jump. Cool gain control of the match in the early going. Trips him up. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Very solid corner switch. Had the radar up and running. Still in a bind, but escapes.
No!
Takes a trip. Player 2 chases him down. Back throw for the side switch. Taking stock. They need to rely on their instincts here. There's the wall spot. They can't do anything now. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Blocks the low heavy and spins the gauge on the drive rush. Had the radar up and running. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Just goes for it at this range. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Quick breather. They return to center stage. Can they claw their way back and give themselves a chance to win? A deficit here. Can they turn the tide?
Ah! Un puñito
This
para
is the final
mundo.
round. Expect to see some fireworks. Immediate jumping. Jumps in. Jumps up. Will this super art do anything? Turns the bars and breaking. Player 1 might have just shifted this solid anti-air. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Both fighters are all in with a rush. Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Burns out. Take a seat.
Oh my god, y está burnout.
Player 2
Qué ventaja le dan. Cuando está burnout no debiera dejarlo cargar así.
no shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Manages to block the jump in attack. Blocks the low heavy and somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. That's some big damage on that counter hit. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Takes a trip. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Big low reaching heavy. All right, what's coming up next? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. From up above. Brings it, takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style. Player 1 just put themselves.
No, ¿qué yo hice? Se le entregué.
Player 2
No.
with a big first round kickoff. Can they close it out? The impact doesn't do anything. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do?
Buena. Level 1 me hizo.
It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 needs to use the front of the corner.
Nice.
Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Low heavy. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Knockdown. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. The jump in is denied. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive game. They'll need to be very careful here. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Gets the fires off and shoots to Hadouken. Both fighters Player 2 has depleted their drive game.
¡Oh, no! ¡Qué maco!
Player 2
Me tenía que
picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for
No.
the jump in to start the round. Big low reaching heavy. Goes for the jump in. Medium kick. Medium kick hit.
Pero yo estoy...
What'll happen here? Barely blocks the jump in. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their Shinku Hadouken. Player 2 holding on to the end
Eso
there.
no se puede hacer nada.
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Déjame cambiar la chamaquita, güey. Con ella no sé, bueno, ni con ella, yo no he practicado desde...
Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Track that jump nicely. Plenty of time left. How's the map gonna play out? What's the play here? Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Starts with a jumper. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Alright, what's coming up next? Brushes off the impact. Drive boosted Hadouken. Shows the medium kick. Quarter
Bueno, por eso queda... Y no se puede hacer B-Race ni nada.
Takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Got their eye on the air. Had the radar up and running. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Smart play with the throw. Oh, easy tech. That tech's what you get when both sides go in on the throw. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach it?
No!
They gotta go for it while they're buffed. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Both sides getting this and leads to some big damage. You cut that boy off. He's had too much. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move. All the throw connects. Player 1, they're going for the super art. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Ooh, what a smart throw. Amazing.
No!
Special.
No me salió la especie ahí.
Was an absolute beast in that match.
Bueno.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Block shot. Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Had the radar up and running. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Takes a trip. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Good job blocking the jumper. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Taking stock. The low doesn't connect. Medium kick. Blocks the low heavy. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may
Bueno.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Denies the
¿Cómo
jump.
así? ¿Cómo así? Si que un Yuka le da a un salto. Mira.
Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Max
What the?
unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. A quick breather. Risky up close scrap still going. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Not much life difference. Player 2, burnout activates. Player 2 in dire strength.
No corra, pero ahora te vamos a correr de una vez.
Sets it up. Goes for the shin shoryuken.
Está bien ahí.
All in here.
Está bien ahí.
You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2, now they can use drive. The drive impact doesn't work. And they show some disrespect to that
Bien, yo tenía el
invincible
crítico.
Player 2
Pero el
brings
crítico
it
no lo
home.
mataba.
They can build themselves a streak.
Vamos allá, vamos allá, vamos allá.
It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. From upstairs. From up above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Takes the trip. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Shoots off a fireball up close. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Jump? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They need to rely on their instincts here. Player 2 sneaks in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Had the radar up and running. Still slugging it out at this range. Jamie's tuning up the band. Time for some fun. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Jump? Drink level maxed out. This party's getting crazy. What'll happen here? Jumps up, brushes that off, and keeps going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. It doesn't kill. They're still in this. They're in range. We gotta see it. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Impact. Squat.
Oh, buena.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Back at the start. Then up to blocks the low kick. Going in. The low. Smart stuff. Poking at that range to zone the opponent. Nailed it. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Fakes out the low kick. Both sides getting ready. Low heavy, but no go. A jump in, sets up with a jump in. The low block. The drive impact doesn't work. Closes in, connects with the throw. What's next? This could lead to some big damage. This is gonna hurt. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. It is over. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that.
Al fin sí se está buena el combate, sí, pero yo no sé jugar con este muñeco. No sé jugar con este muñeco. Estoy tratando de ver si aprendo y no me estoy viendo movimiento.
The throw missed. Jump. Grabs them. Closes the gap for the grab. Big counter. The low heavy hit. Knockdown. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Taking stock. We are near the
No!
Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Life lead opens up. Strings it all together. Burnout activates. Player 2 can't afford it. Sneaks in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Mira eso y no le...
Showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps in. Uses the gauge for a super up. The super doesn't hit. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key.
No!
What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Both fighters planning to drive in that kick.
De buena.
Going for the conclusive kill with that super.
Ay, sí me mató.
What a move. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Player 2 is mounting a gut punch. Avoids getting stuck with the solar plexus strike. A jumping anti-air in the clutch. Curls him from above. Free flow strikes. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Fakes out the low kick. What's next? Player 1 with holy nothing stops this train. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive arc. Cups while they're blinking. The low. Take a seat, anti-air in the clutch. Still can't find a way out of this drive impact. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Vino a ver Hugo, dice eso es trampa, dice Hugo. ¿Cómo así que es trampa?
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Shows a knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Gets a risky puck in. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Taking stock. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Squeezes the gauge.
No.
Punish counter.
¡Oh! Si no me mató.
Knockdown. Player 2 needs to use
Diablo, yo pensé que me había matado eso de control.
Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps up, gets the jump in. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. They're backed up into the corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for excitement. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. The Getsuga Saiho hit. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 tries to act quickly but with the attack. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Oh, how did they read that throw? Wasn't looking up. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. A jump in. Breaks those shins. Low heavy. Smart stuff. Poking at that range to zone the opponent. Throws them. What now? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. The jump in is denied. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Clutch anti-air. Finds the target. Oh, here we go.
No!
This may turn into a big chance. Plants the low. Both sides getting ready. Fights back with authority. Low heavy. What's next? What a skating wall.
No!
Guard frame. Excellent block. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Knew the throw is coming. Huge chance after that wall spot. Player 1 is in a very good drive. Impact doesn't work.
No estoy corriendo como un maco. Que te tengo.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Te tengo la mira.
Not
¿Cómo la juego? Tenía que comprarte el código.
Was looking for that jump attack. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an
No!
opening to run with.
Esa es la
How
que
are they
tengo.
going to deal damage? What's the play here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Put one in the pocket. Good anti-air. Wow. Duck down. Check with the projectile. Both sides looking for an opening. Jump in, finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. I can't keep track of these corner switches. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Does a good job of pushing back. Life lead opens up, sneaks in the throw. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation.
No!
And he's tuning up the band. Time for some fun. Oh, command grab. Trouble's coming. A super art. Burnout activates. Goes to the air. Life lead is there. Oh my!
¡Oh no! No me salió el Drive Impact. ¡Qué dichoso!
The real fight starts
¡Qué
now.
dichoso!
Goes up, sends up with the
No.
jump, crowns him from above. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Hits him with the counter throw. Oh, the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Sticks out a kick. Knocks him out of the air. Reads the jump in perfectly. Low heavy.
¡No!
Players, there's a burnout. They were sitting on their feet for this super art. Wrecks them. Crashes out the cage.
Pásame esa para acá, ven.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
¿Cómo que si no da abajo? La golillita, el cocote le hizo así. ¿Cómo que se iba a matar? ¿Cómo la jugué? Le hice
Let's believe it's time for that run back. Reads the jump in perfectly. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't.
¡No!
Neither of them wants to be in the corner. Player 2 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Oh, easy tech. Player 2 is main brings out the super well away with the life and meters. Really good decision making. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Can they keep on? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The load doesn't connect. Close them. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. A quick breather. Player 2 will apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very, with the solar plexus strike. In with the crossbow. Noticeable life and whiff.
¡Qué dichoso, papá! ¡Qué
Player
dichoso!
2 gets the convincing win in that match.
La ganó por suerte, papá. Lo salvó el brinco ese.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to win
Yo
this a
porque
blowout
le
here? Goes for the jump in to start the round. Goes for the throw. Player one has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Gets the knockdown, and now checks with a medium kick. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Jumps in.
Nice.
Who will capitalize on an opening first?
No, que yo hice, no le brinqué.
Player two on the board first with the win.
Demasiado lento, demasiado lento ahí.
Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player two did a great job of keeping their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Denies the low heavy. Player one will look to apply pressure. Goes for the
Tírate,
super.
pásame esa.
Getsuga Saiho hits. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. Player two, oh, what's this? Digs in deep.
Yo la tiré.
Gets the combo.
No!
This could lead to some big damage. Oh my, the throw tag. Gotta do better than that. Player gut punch shreds him. A quick breather.
¡Oh, de nuevo! Pero de nuevo. Yo no entiendo cómo él puede brincar a ese rato. Ya yo le he tirado un golpe y él brinca. Buena. Deme. Lo tenía ya en green. En burnout lo tenían. Qué dichoso. Qué dichoso.
Right back into the rematch.
Uy.
We ain't even close to done yet. Player two just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinks. Good anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player one has the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Trips them up. Big low, reaching heavy. Goes for the super art. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. If they can't escape, there's a throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Decides to create some distance to start. Checks them with a projectile. Did well to get the buff in there. Player one chases them down. Knockdown and player one, there's a wall strike. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Blocking that drive impact.
Pero yo estoy bloqueando.
Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. One of experiencing burnout. All the throws connect. Player finds the target. On for the critical.
No!
Outside. How did they read that throw? Reads the jump in perfectly.
No te
Quick breather.
¡Oh, no! Lo tenía muerto.
Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
¡Qué maco! ¡Qué macazo! ¿Cómo ganó?
Open anti-air in the clutch. With the solar plexus strike. That combo did decent damage. Clutch anti-air. Low heavy, but no go. Amazing. Player two needs to take advantage of this cage. Breaks it. That's the low kick hits. Both sides cuts that off. Connects with the throw. Keeps them out.
¡No!
Okay, here we try to act quickly, but
Genio, mira esa vaina, le da tiempo. Por el splash así lo vio. Lo estaba en burnout de nuevo.
they're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Very good. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Takes a trip, digs in deep to get that driving. It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style. A quick breather. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high. Burnout activates.
No, mira eso. Mira eso, no le di tiempo a darle.
First round pickup. Can they close it out? Now, can they finish the job? Player 2 drops him to half, closing the gap. Fires off the Shinju Hadouken. Rugi hits him with a stopping block. Genius read. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Side switch in the corner. Player 1 blocking the drive impact isn't going to work. Forcing them to block the drive impact near the corner is a very smart play on their part. Leading them into that? Took them to the corner and a flash. A quick breather. Player 2 with the rhythm. Ooh, what a smart throw. Knockdown and their basic fades out the low kick. Impact squat. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Both sides getting ready. Who will capitalize on an opening first? The drive impact doesn't work. Player 2 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up.
No, Jimmy, con puñito chiquito me mató. Puñito de desesperación. Me mató.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That's the counter.
Mira eso, mira ese cross que ese tipo hace.
Here at this critical stage. Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Big low reaching heavy. Heading into the game now. It's getting tense. Fakes out the attack and gets the punish counter. It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style. So little life left.
Mira cómo pegando.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Dashes. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive game. Now's the time. Avoids getting stuck in the corner zone. Just goes for it at this range. Is this gonna kill? Cold Fighter's gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. Gotta do better than that. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around.
¿Cómo quedó todavía que puede tirar ahí? Yo tengo que estar con más cuidado en esa vuelta.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot.
Mira, ¿qué pasó aquí? Mira, se me cerró el juego. Me hizo un crash. El juego me cerró. This report will be necessary when making a crash report. I mean, yo no quiero crash report, ¿para qué diablo? ¿Usaría ese personaje o está probando? Bueno, estoy probando, no creo que... Bueno, me gusta un poco. Me gusta un poco, sí. Pero no sé si lo usaría. Tendría que acostumbrarme después de un par de peleas, sí. Después de un par de peleas quizá me acostumbre.
Street Fighter 6.
Parece el remake de Street Fighter 4, dice. Entra al mismo lobby, déjame ver si te encuentro. Déjame ver si cambio de personaje, déjame cambiar de personaje antes de entrar. Déjame cambiar de personaje.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Oh no, por ese no es América 43, no era en el 54 que estaba ahorita. Era en el, déjame ver cómo yo me salgo. O sea, de aquí me imagino que. Select Server, Norteamérica, el 54, ¿verdad?
The featured player.
Ok. Pues si yo quiero cambiar el personaje. Si yo quiero cambiar el personaje, ¿cómo lo cambio?
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Creo que dice View Profile, ¿cómo? Select a card.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Find Profile. Oops.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Con la opción, yo creo. Ok. No, aquí que yo lo cambio. Tratar el control. ¿Cómo carajo yo cambio? Dame ver ese name. Yo pensé que era ahí que yo lo cambiaba. Ya, verdad, aquí no está en diamante, de Pluto. En diamante está. No, entonces que yo cambio. Por aquí, pero ya cambio no encuentro. Oh, aquí, ok, ahora sí lo encontré aquí. ¿Dónde está la muchachita esta? No sé, chonito.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
¿Dónde que Omega está? Yo por aquí, yo estaba por aquí, ajá, por aquí, yo
We
estaba por aquel
currently
lado.
have a player on a winning streak.
Sí, míralo ahí, ¿dónde está?
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Ya estoy ahí.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. What's the play here? Player 1 chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart driving. Picks up the win with a good read. Player
Me
one
cogió ahí
picks up
mismo.
the
A
only
ver si me
points in
acuerdo
first
un poco de
round.
cómo que se
They'll
juega
want
con
to keep the
ella.
ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Big counter. Very solid corner switch. Gets out of the corner. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Max SA gauges. Unbelievable. Goes to the air. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The throw is denied. Target. Passes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Gets a risky buck in. Grabs him. The jump in is denied. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 1 has the midget shook in the
¡Qué
drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few
Ya, pero la mamá me topó.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Steps back to start things off. Sticks the jump in. Holds out with the block. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Breaks those shins. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfect. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Creates an opening with a low heavy. What'll happen here? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Solid anti-air. Oh, huge kick. A real test of nerves here. Springs forward with the drive rush. Burnout activates. Anti-air in the clutch. While critical. What's gonna happen? Finishes with the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Start, grounds him from above. Jumps up, sets up with the jump in. Oh, yo!
¡No! ¡Sí tiene un golpe!
Player 2 needs to take advantage of his gauge disparity. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Knew the throw was coming. Blocks that off. The low kick hits. Low heavy, but no go. Low heavy. Hits that with confidence. Hooks up some hot and spicy damage with the pushing beat. Breaks them from above with the pushing beat.
Pero yo se la entré.
Spins the meter on the super. Grim air to air. Nope. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 drop zone, baby. Here comes the corner pressure. Oh my God, they just chumped it up.
¿Y qué? Pero y esa corredera. Buena.
Has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
No
They're
corre.
still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Dashes forward. them with a projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. All right. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity.
No,
Gets the jump
yo
in.
siempre pienso.
Player 1 is maintaining
No.
the corner position for some juicy damage. Dashes! Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. How will they utilize this? They need to rely on their instincts. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Denies the jump in. Who's going to start things off? The jump in is denied. Who will gain control of the match in the early going?
Buena.
Dash it. Just
Mira, oh, yo pensé que tampoco me iba a dar.
with some bruising beats. What'll happen here? Can they keep on? Still scrapping for control of the space. Life lead is there, but still anyone. The low kick hits. Pumps the brakes on the impact.
No. Damn, me mató, pues yo estoy de maco.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. Who's going to steal this one?
Oh, come on.
Bumps up.
The-
Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open.
¿Cómo?
A quick breather. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return.
No. ¿Cómo se está?
We'll need to... genius read with that throw escape. Fakes out the low kick. Player blocks the low kick. Both sides getting ready. Huge chance after that wall shot. Player 1 has side switch. Amazing. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation. The low. Okay, here we go. The low drop. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Low heavy, but no go. Low heavy. Noticeable life lead. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Shows the medium kick.
Oh, no,
Gets a chance with that
papá.
jump. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Somehow pushes back all the way to center. Goes for the super arc. Big low reaching heavy. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beat. Bushin beat assaults them from the air. They need to come from the brink like that. What a comeback! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Opts to create space to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? From low heavy to smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Dashes up. Dashes forward. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They were expecting that drive impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive game. Goes for the rush. Denies the jump in. Barely blocks the jump in. Low heavy.
Nice.
Jumps in. This unleashes a big damage. Both sides get impact. Squat. Crowns them from above.
No.
The throw connects. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Charges up the platform. What were they thinking? What's this Chico Hado gonna do? Excellent read. They got a big
No, qué macazo con lo que me
last round.
con lo que me ganó ese banco.
Who's going to throws him. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return.
Damn, se me olvida esa vaina.
Player 1, there's a burnout. Overhead, the low. Do
No!
anything? Player 1, solar plexus strike. Player 1 knew the throw was coming. Player 1, what a clutch low heavy. This is gonna hurt. Sets up with the jump in. Impact, squat. Ooh, crushes the chin. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Breaks through with the throw.
Yo porque no me sé los combos de ellos. Están creando el trayón obligado.
Good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
Nice.
Throwing in. Pokes with a medium kick. Good job blocking the jumper. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Taking stock. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Throws them to negate the block. Neither of them willing to back off. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive game, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart.
No! Se me olvidó y cogió un chin, con un chin que se le llenó.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponents can't jump. Alright, what's coming up next? Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive resets. They're in low heavy. Ooh, what a smart flow. Quick breather. Are we impact squashed?
Sure you can.
Punish counter sets the table. This is a complete start.
No, hombre, ¿cómo no me salió? Ah, que él... Pero yo tenía el crítico, Jenny, no me
Player
salió.
1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Buena, buena, buena.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Checks with a medium kick. The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. The low heavy hits. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Life lead opens up. Good job blocking the jump in. The ship springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Goes forward with the gut punch. The impact doesn't do anything. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Almost no drive gauge left. This round looks like it's they were not cleared for takeoff. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Close them. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
No.
Taking stock. Hits them with a stop and block. Super hard on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Jumps in. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 is barely hanging in. Good decision with that throw. A quick breather. Looking for a chance. Low heavy. Blocks the low kick. More fuel to the fire.
Nice, a esa distancia.
Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round.
A esa distancia me agarró.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Player 1 with a super art.
No, así no era.
This is gonna hurt. The last rep, all the throw connects. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong. It drops them. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Solid anti-air. Player 1, anti-air in the clutch. Looking for a hold. Low heavy, but no go. Arc step. Knocks him out of the air. Player 2, low heavy. Medium kick. A real test of nerves. Grounds him from above. Oh man, this is a scary ring.
¡Oh! Me puso una patapa. Bueno, vengo ahora, dame mi chance, vengo ahora. Buena mano, buena. Tengo que meterme a practicar, pero no me acuerdo de los movimientos.
The featured player's win streak has been stopped. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Vamos allá, vamos allá.
The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Go to solo, ok. Déjame ver, yo no me sé los movimientos de esa mujer. Se me han olvidado, déjame checar algo. Déjame ver cómo es el menú. Comando, dice ya, ok, eso para atrás, ya sé eso. Ok, déjame ver. Oh, eso no es un yuca, eso no es así, ok. Coño, yo haciendo esta vaina, con razón no me salía. Ok, espérate. Yo no quiero eso ahí. Ok, dame cambiar de botón. No quiero, yo puedo hacer el parry como en las 5, déjame cambiar los botones. Entonces, dame ver si puedo cambiar los botones. Ajá, por ahí sí, yo editar, no, ok. Dos patadas que yo quiero hacerlo. Aquí yo quiero dos patadas. No me gustan las dos patadas, aquí. No hago nada, yo creo que no importa si la patada grande y chiquita, la chiquita la media, me ve. Ok. Ya. Ay, espérate, así no, ¿qué pasó ahí? ¿Cómo yo me salgo? dándole ahora.
Cookie style! Cookie style!
Sí.
Here I come! Here I come! Yeah! Back off! Back off! Ha! Ha! Help me! Ha! Help me! Toya! Gemma! Toya! Gemma! Toya! Gemma! Toya! Gemma! Turn it up! There we go! Yeah! 3, 2, 1, proceed! Stop! Stop! Farewell! Toya! Gemma! Secret art! Proceed! Feel the beat! Here you go! Party time! Toya! Freestyle! 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 In and out! Hurry up! In and out! In and out!
Oh, sí, esa habilité. Esa habilité la pata mediana, espérate. Yo esa habilité la pata mediana, medium kick. Medium kick. Eso. Ya. ¿Qué puede hacer? No sabía. Es difícil. Claro, de pasta. Pero el juego y yo. Mira para atrás. Mira para atrás. Para atrás. No puedo.
Party time! There you go! There we go! Yeah! You want to see? Farewell! There we go! Yeah! You want to see? Farewell!
Yo estoy poniendo a cenar, pero escuchándome los movimientos, yo no, hace mucho no la uso.
We do it all day, every day! Nothing personal. For real?
Bueno, gente, nos quedamos. Hablamos después de matar.